Option A. You have decided to stay with your own taxi driver and wait until he fixes the taxi, as you don't really feel comfortable sharing the taxi with somebody else. However, the driver who has just pulled over insists that you sit with him in front, as it may take a really long time for your taxi to be fixed. However, you decline again politely, and he leaves you with your own driver. You are now alone with the taxi driver, and he is still working hard to get things fixed. You are panicking a little bit. You are in the middle of nowhere. It's foggy. It's just you and this taxi driver. Have you made that right decision? He eventually finds out what the issue was. A connection has been disconnected for some strange reason. He connects both ends and starts the engine again. It's working fine now. He starts the taxi and starts driving off. He drops you off at your house. You go in, and your family has been worried sick about you. You tell them that your taxi broke down. You all sit and eat your dinner together. The next morning, you get up late and turn on the TV, and it's a report of a missing person. You recognize the photo, as it's the same person who was sitting in the back, that creepy looking passenger from last night's taxi you didn't get into. You call the police immediately, and they come over to ask you questions, and luckily you remember the taxi driver's number plate. You give that to the police, and after investigation, and a lot of it, and a search of his house, they find out his name is Steven, and he's actually a serial killer who is responsible for killing at least 20 people after interrogation and his confession. He also confesses to killing the passenger in the back seat that night, and that he was going towards the mountain to bury him, but he saw you going into that restaurant and wanted to kill you too. While nobody was in the taxi, and because it was unlocked, he opened the car bonnet of your taxi and disconnected the connections. And it got you far enough into the mountain while he was following you. The creepy looking passenger you saw, who looked pale, was actually dead when the taxi pulled up next to you, when you thought that he was sleeping. Steven confesses that he kills his victims, puts them in an artistic position, draws their blood out, mixes it with paint, and paint the victims themselves. Hence the reason a lot of people found that his paintings were lifelike. Nobody knows the exact number of victims Steven has killed and how long he has been doing this for. Steven is sentenced to life in prison, where they say he still draws paintings till this day of people in pain or crying. Lucky for you, you are not one of his paintings. for the choice that you made. Enjoy your next taxi ride.